Hey yo, what's poppin', producers? This is your man Jimmy Conway from InstantClassicProductions.com. This is going to be my Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 review, Generation 2. This is going to be an overall review of the inputs and outputs it comes with and some of the software it comes with. My 2 cents. I've sold a lot of gear over the years to people that trust my judgment. One of the guys that trust my judgment is this guy here, Peter Guns. You may know him from the early albums of the Lord Tariq and Peter Guns days, or you may know him from the Love and Hip Hop days. He's one guy that trusts my judgment when it comes to gear. Another guy that trusts my judgment when it comes to recording gear is Havoc. You may know him from the mid-90s to 2000s. Classic albums with Prodigy, rest in peace, Mobb Deep. Okay. You may know this next guy here, DMX. DMX is a multi-platinum rap artist. He's also been in movies like Belly. He's another guy that trusts my judgment when it comes to gear. Great guy, down to earth. Yeah. Another guy that trusts my judgment when it comes to gear is Chaz Palminteri. You may know him from movies like The Unusual Suspects and many more movies. Okay? But here's my Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 review. Scarlett Generation 2. First we have 2 microphone inputs. The microphone inputs also double as quarter-inch inputs, which can be used to record bass, guitar, or line inputs. Right next to the input is a switch for instrument or guitar. If you excuse me, I have a cold. If you're using a guitar or bass, you want to make sure you set it to instrument. If you're using a line instrument like a keyboard or drum machine, make sure you set it to line, okay? Or if you're using a microphone, just leave it where it is, in the middle, okay? Next you have, in the middle of both inputs, you have a 48 volt phantom power switch. If you're going to use a condenser microphone, like an AKG or Neumann or Bluebird, something like that, you're going to need to push that button in before you start recording, or else you're not going to hear anything, okay? That 48 volts of phantom power is like a little bit of an electricity boost to boost your mic up to line level, okay? Next to your microphone input, you have your monitor knob. The monitor knob is to control the output going to the speakers, okay? So when you turn the knob to the right, the speakers get louder, and when you turn it left, it gets softer. Next to the monitor knob is your 2 headphone jacks. Above the headphone jacks, you have 2 control knobs for each headphone jack. Well, 1 control knob for each headphone jack. So you can control the amount of level going to the headphones. On the back of the interface, you have 2 line inputs for like a keyboard or drum machine, or let's say if you want to sample from a record player, you could plug your record player up to your line input. If your record player has a line output, let me just stress that. If your record player just has a phono output, you need to plug that phono output into a mixer and then plug the output of the mixer into the line input to sample, okay? Next to your line input, you have 4 analog outputs. The first 2 analog outputs are going to be used for your speakers, and the next 2 analog outputs can be used for anything else. Like you can plug them into a mixer, you can plug them into another pair of speakers. I'll give you a tip for the guys who have like, if you have a MPC 2000 XL, or if you have any device that samples, MPC 2000 XL, ASRX, SP1200. You can use those two outputs to sample. Just plug them into the inputs of your device, and you can sample from YouTube or whatever streaming service that you use, like Spotify or something like that. Okay. So that's what you want to use outputs 3 and 4 for. And next to outputs 3 and 4, you have your MIDI in and out. You can use the MIDI in and out if you have like external gear, like let's say here, if you have some for the older guys out there, if you have old modules in your closet that you want to start recording MIDI into your software with, like if you have a Roland XV3080 rack module, if you have a Korg Triton you want to hook up to it, if you want to hook up your motif, Yamaha motif, your Roland Phantom, your Emu Proteus, all of that could be hooked into the MIDI in and MIDI out. And that way you can record MIDI into your Pro Tools or your Ableton Live or whatever software you use. Okay? Next to the MIDI in and out, you have your SPDIF in and out. Your SPDIF in and out is your digital in and out. SPDIF stands for SPDIF stands for Sony Philips Digital Interface. It's a way of using one jack for a stereo input. Usually stereo means left and right. You have to use 2 cables. Well, with the SPDIF input and output, it's just one cable that controls the stereo channel. Okay? And it plugs in, this device, the Focusrite Scarlett 6x6 plugs in by USB. Okay? So just make sure you have a USB port available, and you should be fine. Okay? I think we covered everything except the software it comes with. Some of the software it comes with is great. I'll be honest with you. You'll love the software it comes with. It comes with Ableton Live Lite to start. It comes with Pro Tools first. Now these two softwares are light versions of the full version software. Okay? So you're not going to get all of the features and all of the plugins and all of the sounds of the full version software. If you want the full version software, I will leave a link in the description below where you can get a copy of the latest Ableton Live and you can get a copy of the latest Pro Tools. Okay? And I'll try to keep this video updated every year as the new software come out. So that's why I'm not trying to point out a specific Pro Tools 12 or Ableton 10 or... So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can get a copy of Ableton, the latest version, and a copy of Pro Tools, the latest version, if you want everything in the bundle, okay? It also comes with a VST plugin called Addictive Keys. You can install that and use that within Pro Tools or use that within Ableton Live Lite as a plugin. Okay. It also comes with Novation Bass Station. This is great. This is great for coming up with those deep bass sounds. Really popular synth. I love it. I still use it to this day. And what else? It also comes with the Focusrite control control software, which basically lets you control where the inputs and outputs of your device go. It lets you manipulate where you can the controls of the inputs and outputs of your device. Okay, and they also give you at Focusrite, they give you a EQ, compressor, and I believe 2 more plugins to use with your recording software. Okay. If you like this review for my Focusrite Scarlett 6i6 Generation 2, please click the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I do answer all my comments. And if you like the review, please subscribe to the channel. I like to put people on to some of the latest stuff coming out, things that I like personally, things that I've used in my studio, or if I've used at my job, or things that I've used in the past, okay? If you have any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments. Please like, subscribe. I really love to have you along for more reviews. This is your man, Jimmy Conway from InstantClassicProductions.com. You have a great day, producers. Keep making those banging beats, all right? One. Are you a hip-hop producer? Do you produce boom bap beats, East Coast beats, soulful beats, underground beats? Well, I got a free drum kit for you. Click the link in the description below. Go to where it says free boom bap kit. Click the link. When you click that link, tell me your producer name and then tell me the email where you want me to send those free drums to. I will send those drums to you instantly, and you can start making some hot beats right away with those new drum sounds, okay? They're packed with some hot drums, like the same drum kits that I've used over the years to make thousands of dollars of sales in beats, and I'm giving them off to you, free of charge, okay? Click the link in the description below. Go to where it says Boom Bap Kit, fill in your producer name and your email, and I will send those drums to you instantly. Free of charge, you don't have to worry about a thing. I'm just gonna send them right to you, okay? One love.